Welcome back, everybody. Derrick Soo, your Oakland community advocate. It's been a little while since I've been vlogging. Things have been very busy for the month of December for me, and not for the holidays. I've been working on closing out my documentary, which has been a 3-year project, and we shot some of the final scenes here in the bay on the ferry system, and we're still doing some final taping here through the month. And also, I've been busy looking for a home, and let me tell you, it is an experience. I've rented homes as a person with money, but now trying to rent something temporarily as a formerly unhoused homeless person who was chronically homeless for over 8 years. So Oakland has a very, very serious problem. And this is why you're seeing some of the programs that are going on in Oakland that are going on. Because with money and with my attorney fee, I should be able to secure an apartment or a home with my new income. And I haven't. And it's been insane. Let me tell you some of the things that I've experienced. There's some serious discrimination, and it's not discrimination that I can sue for. It's a kind of discrimination that hurts everybody. And how my first encounter with it was with a property management company. They got a little history on me, and then when it came up that, okay, the address that you listed here is that where you currently live, and we can get hold of the landlord and ask him some basic questions about your residency there. And I said, well, I don't live there. And that's my mailing and delivery address and proof that I live in Oakland. Well, what they said was that we need history, payment history. And I don't have that. I haven't rented anything, let's see, since 2008 was the last. Oh, I take that back. I did rent an apartment for when I moved back here. I had a rental in Union City, and I didn't have any difficulties getting in there, passed background check. I worked for that company, and so I was a live-in on-site manager. Mama! I'm walking my dog, folks, so it's interesting. Be right back. So some of the other issues that I encountered was, since you don't have anything, we're going to need a larger security deposit, in which case they tripled it. And so a single month of security is 1 month of rent. Right now I've been encountering rents of $2,500 to $3,000 here in Oakland. And I thought that was unreasonable, and I know the game, because when I worked for that company that operated here, they were the 3rd largest residential rental agent or rental management company in the United States, also known as Equity Residential. And I know the game. I know the game very well, what they do and how greedy that these corporations and property owners are. So they still do background checks on you, believe me. They may not say that they do, but they actually do. Because if they don't do a background check on you, they're calling the previous landlord or checking with the previous landlord to see what kind of tenant you are. And if you're formerly homeless like me, it's hard for them to believe that I have the income to rent anything, to pay them for the lease. And every one of the management companies want to do at least a 1-year lease, if not a 2-year lease. And the other issue that I have is that I want only a 6-month lease, because I don't want to continue throwing my money out the door on housing, because rental is literally throwing your money away. I need to have something, and so that's why I have my foundation, my trust, 501c3, all in place. And we're just doing crossing the final T's, dotting the I's, making sure everything's all finished here. And then the funding stream will begin. And my attorneys right now are working on settling all of those contracts and the little things that are going on behind the scenes that are important. And so, anyway, even though the money is there, the rents are unreasonable here in Oakland. And this is something that new Mayor-elect Shane Tao needs to deal with. The city of Oakland has plenty of empty units. I've been in these units. There are buildings with barely anybody in them, and yet they're still asking ridiculous rental costs. And I just told them, no, I'm not paying that. Cut that by a third, and we have a deal. But they don't want to do that. And so rents are going to continue being extremely high here in Oakland. And then also we have the moratoriums on eviction still in place here in Oakland. And so a lot of landlords are hesitant to even talk to a person like myself who is formerly homeless. Even though I have money, it doesn't matter. I don't have that history of rental over the last 10 years. And that's creating a problem. And that's why you see so many homeless folks here in Oakland. And then you say, well, there's so much money that has been thrown at the city of Oakland from the state. In fact, nearly, we had the 4.7 million restored. And then also in the audit, there was over $10 million that was given earlier for housing folks. And so there's plenty of empty apartments, but yet we still have a housing problem. And the solution is going to have to be reached with these property owners, these property management companies, in terms of what they're doing and how an arrangement can be created to get those empty units filled. Because, folks, we don't need to build any more homes here in Oakland. There's plenty of empty units. Just a lot of those units that I saw, that I looked at so far, I wouldn't rent them because it looked like an 8-year-old designed them. There was a studio, a big studio, with 2 bathrooms, but no bedrooms. It doesn't make any sense to me, some of these layouts, and the money that they want for these stupid layouts, and then they call these new units luxurious. No, not by any means. So anyway, Oakland's going to have to do a whole lot better in terms of housing. We see a lot of the programs that temporarily house folks while they're looking for permanent apartments and places for a lot of the homeless folks who know that is reasonable, that is affordable. And thus far, we haven't had that, and we haven't seen that at all. And so these are things that new Mayor-elect Shanktao is going to need to deal with, along with the new city council members. We have to bring affordability back to Oakland, as this isn't going to work. And for a lot of you, you're saying, well, you're renting. Actually, I'm renting temporarily because I plan on buying something. Because what my new business allows, I have a trust fund now, and so with that trust fund, that allows me to be able to take care of myself without anybody telling me what to do. So I made myself a trust fund person, and that's the trust that's included. And that home will become part of the long-term community solution, because that property will be put into the 501c3 for oversight. It will become a community land trust property. And so this is how I plan on getting myself out. I have my own solutions that I'm working on. I have my own money in the new year, and I have my legal team assisting me and working on this. And so Oakland won't solve its homeless problems if it doesn't resolve all the empty units that are available here in Oakland. And we don't need to build anymore. We have enough homes. It's just that they're priced in the wrong way. And we need to get those units filled so that we can get folks off the streets of Oakland, get them the proper housing, the proper care that's needed. And I don't believe Shanktao has that in her. But we'll see. Thanks for joining me today. We'll be right back. Oh, and it is a very, very chilly 37 degrees out here right now. So I'm going to head back in and get my coffee. Thanks for joining me today. We'll be right back.